The music begins almost imperceptibly, a soft thread weaving its way into the silence, as if the world itself is slowly waking up. The air is cold, sharp, and clean, and it carries the faint smell of winter streets after sunset. The first sound that cuts through the music is hurried breathing, followed by footsteps tapping quickly against the ground. "Hey, wait for me!" a voice calls out, slightly strained but playful, like someone who doesn't really want the other to stop completely, just enough to feel included. The camera shifts, catching the movement of coats swaying, scarves fluttering lightly in the wind. Another voice responds immediately, softer but firm. Hey, easy." There's concern there, wrapped in warmth. The pace slows, and for a brief second, everything steadies. The music swells gently, filling the gap left by the slowing footsteps. The street is lined with dim lights, their glow spreading across the pavement like spilled honey. Cars pass occasionally, their sounds muffled by the cold air. The city feels distant, as if it's watching quietly, allowing this small moment to unfold without interruption. "Let's go home," the voice says again, this time more clearly. It isn't rushed. It isn't loud. It's calm, like a promise. Ahead, a bus cab waits, its interior glowing invitingly through fogged-up windows. The doors slide open with a familiar hiss, releasing a wave of warm air that feels almost shocking against cold skin. "Come on," the voice urges gently. "Get in the bus cab. It's really cold out here." They step inside, one after the other. The doors close, shutting the cold out completely. The noise of the street fades, replaced by the low hum of the engine and the soft continuation of the music. The heater clicks on, then grows louder, filling the space with steady warmth. "Heat," someone murmurs, rubbing their hands together. "Heat." The word hangs in the air, simple but deeply satisfying. The warmth spreads slowly from fingertips to palms, from shoulders down to tired legs. Outside, the city moves by in blurred lights and shadows, but inside the bus cab, time seems to slow. The music flows smoothly, wrapping itself around the moment. Someone laughs suddenly, a short, bright sound that feels almost like relief. Another joins in, and before long, there's applause, not the formal kind, but spontaneous clapping, as if celebrating nothing more than survival against the cold. The scene drifts, carried by the rhythm of the music. The bus cab ride fades into a cozy interior, a small room, softly lit, walls glowing with reflected warmth. A heater hums steadily in the background, its sound now familiar, almost comforting. On a small table, bowls and plates are arranged neatly. Steam rises from them, curling into the air like tiny ghosts. "Eat slowly," one of them says, watching the other pick up their spoon too eagerly. There's a smile in the voice, affectionate and knowing. The first bite is taken. Eyes close briefly, savoring the heat of the food, the way it warms from the inside out. Another burst of applause fills the air, imagined or real, as if the room itself is applauding this simple joy. "Heat," the word comes again, this time softer. "Heat." The heater hums in response, steady and reliable. The music continues, creating a gentle loop sound. Warmth, comfort. Outside, winter presses against the walls, but inside, it feels powerless. Time stretches. Plates are slowly emptied. Hands move lazily now, no longer rushed. Laughter bubbles up again, quieter this time, shared between bites. Someone claps their hands together, partly to warm them, partly because the moment feels worth celebrating. Applause echoes again, blending with the music. The repetition becomes soothing music, applause, heat. Each element reinforces the others, building a cocoon around the scene. The word heat is repeated again and again, almost rhythmically now. Heat in the room. Heat in the food. Heat between people who care about each other. It becomes more than a temperature. It's a feeling, a state of being. The camera lingers on small details. A spoon resting against a bowl, steam fogging up a window, a sleeve pulled down over cold wrists, even though the room is warm. The heater clicks softly, adjusting itself, maintaining balance. More applause. More music. The world outside seems very far away now. A gentle pause in the music signals a shift. Someone clears their throat lightly. "It's time for dinner," they announce, even though the meal is already underway. The words feel ceremonial, like drawing a line between before and now. Before was cold and rushing. Now is warm and still. The music resumes, fuller and richer. The heater continues its steady hum. "Heat, heat," someone says again, smiling. They lean back in their chair, satisfied. Another reaches for more food, scraping the bottom of the bowl. The sounds are small but intimate, the clink of cutlery, the soft exhale of contentment. The scene blurs gently, transitioning once more. The warmth fades slightly, replaced by the familiar chill of the outdoors. The music carries through the transition, tying everything together. Winter is waiting again. Breath turns visible. Coats are pulled tighter. Someone struggles briefly with something heavy, a door, a cart, maybe just the resistance of the cold itself. "Push," they say, half laughing, half serious. The effort breaks into laughter. The music lightens, playful now. "Hey, wait for me," the voice calls out again, echoing the very first words. There's a sense of repetition, like the day looping back on itself, reminding us that moments come and go, but feelings remain. "Hey, hey, easy," comes the reply, gentle as ever. The pace slows. A hand reaches out, steadying. The music softens, wrapping around the interaction like a blanket. "Let's go home." The words are spoken again, but now they carry everything that came before: the cold, the warmth, the laughter, the shared meal. Home is no longer just a destination. It's a feeling they've already tasted. They walk together, steps in sync now. Streetlights guide the way, glowing steadily against the night. The cold is still there, biting at exposed skin, but it feels less threatening. There is heat waiting somewhere ahead. There is food. There is comfort. The music rises slowly, reaching a gentle peak as the scene stretches out. Applause echoes faintly one last time, like a memory replaying in the distance. As they disappear down the street, the sounds linger, the hum of the heater remembered, the laughter replayed, the repeated promise of warmth. Heat, music, applause, and finally, silence, soft, peaceful, and full of the quiet certainty that they are not alone and that home is never too far away.